Hi YouTube, it's Tracy from Queen of the Board, and today I'm back with Marvel Dice Throne missions from Roxley Games. I'm playing with the X-Men, and today we're actually going to play with Cyclops up against the Green Goblin. Come and join me. So I'm pretty much all set up. This is not a rules teach. I'm a little rusty, so I'm sure I'll make a few rules mistakes. Please turn on the Klingon captions and I'll add anything that I miss in there. If you could let me know in the comments if you see anything, that would be great. So we're starting out with 2 combat points, 3 momentum, thanks to my trusty player perks. Usually you'd start with 0. And a health of 45 because I'm playing 1 player. Cyclops has fists, pouches, and blasts, and battle plan, support, and focus fire tokens. We'll see how those work during the playthrough. Cyclops is a difficulty 4, so we'll see. He is a leader, so I think he's going to play a little bit differently to the others. And we're playing the first side with the Green Goblin, which is Goblin Surprise, difficulty 3. The Green Goblin has sent a threat out to Spider-Man. Unless the web-slinger reveals his identity, the staff of the Daily Bugle are doomed. His followers have already taken everyone hostage and have lit the building on fire. You must put out the fire before someone gets hurt. Ooh. So we have here quite a few different interesting things going on. There are several thugs dotted around and also a couple of hostages with the white symbols right here, A, B, C, and D. The goal though is actually to put the fire out and defeat all of the henchmen. To put the fire out, we have these tokens on these water spots. When a hero ends their movement phase adjacent to one of these unused water sources, I get to take that token and add it onto the fire here. When the fire has 4 of these plot tokens on it, the fire is put out. But for a perfect reward, which I really want to go for this one, we need to complete this objective with no hostages being harmed. So if we look over here to the hostage track, the goal is to save the hostages, but the enemy crisis abilities will increase this hostage track. And when the plot token lands or passes on one of these hostage markers, then they will be killed. But how to save them? When a henchman is defeated, the hostage adjacent to them is saved and I can pop a clear tile over it. So if a hostage dies, of course, there is a penalty. Not only are they defeated, but I'm going to lose a CP. And, you know, it's just not a good look, is it, for Cyclops? We can't just ignore the hostages. So I'm going to give it a good try. We'll see what happens. I don't know how this is going to go. So we start with the movement phase. Cyclops is going to come on in. And where would he like to land? We need to roll for the crisis clock. Let's do that first. We got a 6, so we're going to come all the way around and start right here. So the first ones to trigger will be these green thugs. So we definitely want to look to get one of those out first. I think this is kind of a great spot right here because we could both get water and try and save this hostage. I will be between 2 of the thugs, but that means I can fight 2 of the thugs. Yeah, let's do that. We're going to go whoop, and land right on this one, meaning that I get to pick up this 1 CP, taking me to 3. No upkeep or income on the first turn. I do get now for the main phase to see about my cards. I think I'm going to use No Train, No Gain. It is the promo card. I get to roll a dice, see if I can get a 6. I do not, but I do get to draw another card. And we get transference. Now I did end my movement adjacent to this water token, so I'm going to pop that on the fire right away. It's a very good start. I'm going to target this guy and see what we can do. The green thugs are henchmen. Multi-strike, melee damage, dealing 9, 12 health, and they've got these 2 shields to start with as well. So, wish me luck. Whoa. 2 4s, 2 5s, and a 1. Not too excited about those. I'll keep the 1. I think we'll keep the 1, 2, 3. Oh, 4, 5. Yes, we've got a large straight. Fantastic. So we gain 3 of the battle plan. Let's pause to look at that. A player with these tokens may spend them to activate each effect once per turn. 1 allows me to examine an opponent's hand. It's not going to help. 3, look at the top 3 cards of your deck. If any of them are leadership cards, you may reveal one of them to your opponent and add it to your hand. 3 tokens, though, would inflict focus fire as well on a chosen opponent, and each of those add +1 incoming damage. So those are pretty nice. And I think, do I want to use those up right now? Yeah, let's try and kill this guy off really quickly. I'm gonna spend these 3 battle plan tokens to inflict a focus fire on this opponent. So that will add 1 incoming attack damage. Let's keep going. Deal 8 defendable damage. Well, none of the henchmen have defense. He will defend against these 6 with his shields though. Losing 2 health, taking him down to 10. But aha, because he has the focus fire, 1 extra damage, makes it 9. Next, it's the enemy activation, and I am playing slightly more difficult because I added 1 additional black dice. Let's see what happens. Oh boy. Well, yeah, the green thugs absolutely activate. It's melee, and these 2 are right next to me. They're going to be dealing 9 defendable damage each. Whoa. So let's see if I can do anything about that. Let's look at my defense. It's a roll of 3 dice. So I'm preventing 1 damage with my pouch. That takes it down to 8. These don't help me, so it's 8 from this one, down to 37. And then, of course, this one's going to get me as well, so we'll defend again. Same thing, another 8. Takes me to 29 already. Oh boy. Oh boy, that's not good. And that's just these 2 green thugs. I'm next to this guy who, he's just a hostage, so that's okay. These are melee damage, so the other green thugs won't get me. The blue henchman does not activate, neither does the goblinoid, and neither does the goblin gas, thank goodness. Down to 29 health, that was a tough one. Next, the crisis clock, so we just move it, and luckily it is a blank space. The movement phase, now I think I want to move away from him, come over here, and grab this +3 damage. For my income phase, I gain a CP and get to draw a card. I'm really hoping for an upgrade. Oh, and I do. Target acquired. Yeah. So I'm absolutely spending the 2 CP there to upgrade here. So you can see this is now actually giving me an extra ability, uppercut, and it's giving me the advantage that if I had played a leadership card, I get an additional focus fire to inflict. So I like that a lot. Costing me 2, love the upgrades. I've got my 3 momentum, and we haven't looked at the allies that are out yet. We've got Black Bolt, Blade, and Magic. I can afford them, and I think I'm gonna grab Black bolt. Here he is. He performs on a small straight. That cost me my 3 momentum. Targeting this guy again. Ooh, 2 6s, a 1, a 2, and a 4. So we're actually pretty close. We've already got the uppercut, which I really like. That would almost take him out. In fact, that would take him out. So I'm going to go ahead and just shoot for the uppercut that we just put in place. Deal 5 undefendable damage, but he has the focus fire on, which will get the 6. I get to cover him up. He's defeated. And again, 2 momentum as a reward. But better still, A has now been saved, so he can't get hurt. Unfortunately, the enemies get to go next. Let's see what happens. Oh boy, that is a lot of stuff. All right, we've got the green thugs do not activate, but Mr. Negotiator will activate. So it's a melee attack. So we check, are we standing next to any of the blue thugs? We're not, so we're okay. The Goblinoid, this big guy up in the corner, he's awful and he has range. He can do a multi-strike, inflict burn, and deal 4 defendable damage. So burn gives me 2 undefendable damage during the upkeep phase. It is persistent. It's quite horrible, but it's got a stack limit of 1, so that's going to be a little bit sore. And the 4 defendable damage, let's roll our 3 dice to see. I can defend 2 and just take 1 damage. Down to 28. Luckily, there's only 1 Goblinoid. That wasn't so bad. The bad news is that the Goblin gas, which is an unstoppable threat, nothing I can do about it, is going to set off. It will inflict poison. Poison has a stack limit of 3 and is going to do 1 damage during my upkeep phase. Woohoo! And 2 collateral damage, so I'm going down to 26. Next, the crisis clock moves up and the green thugs activate. Once per undefeated green thug. So let's check how many we've got. We've got 1, 2, 3 active. We move up the hostage track by 3. 1, 2, 3. And they each gain a shield. They get a little bit tougher to defeat. It's my movement. And so I think the next thing I would like to do is pop right here. So I get to draw 2 cards, and I'm going to be in between these green and blue henchmen, but I'm going to end my movement next to this water. So that's another token towards putting out the fire. So 2 cards for me. 1, 2. Selfless. Selfless. And recourse. So for my upkeep, I'm taking 2, 3 damage. Taking me down to 23. I gain 1 combat point and takes me to 3, and I gain another card. Getting paid immediately gets me 2 more CP. Thank you. Up to 5. I'm gonna spend 3 immediately, taking me to 2 and upgrade with the recourse my defense ability. And then I'm going to spend my last 2 with this transference. I don't know if this is the right way to play. This is definitely not a rules teach. Again, if you see mistakes, let me know in the comments. But transference says that I can transfer a status effect from one player to another. And I really don't like being on fire. It's a little bit different with missions, but I think I should be allowed to throw this fire and just go ahead and pop it on one of the other bad guys on the map. And you know what? This purple guy is right next to the fire as well. So I'm just going to go and just burn him. Burn him back. I don't know if this is legal. I'm probably cheating, but it feels thematically appropriate to me. So I'm going to do it. Why not? That felt good. And I think at that we will target this guy and attack. Would be lovely to get a small straight whilst I've got black bolts. Lots of 2s, a 5 and a 6. Really would like a 3 and a 4. So let's re-roll these 3. Oh, ooh. So now I've got teamwork, and I'm gonna go ahead and take the teamwork. It gives me 2 support tokens. These can be spent to either gain a CP, re-roll a dice, or if I get 3, draw a card, and then deal 5 damage. So we're gonna do 3, 4, 5. He loses both of his defense tokens. He doesn't get change. And I'm gonna hold off on spending this one for now, but he's still got a health of 8. Over to the bad guys. This could be painful. I'm sort of sandwiched between 2 of them again. Yep, the green thug is going to activate first. So this one's gonna hit me for 9 damage. Let's defend. Rolling 3 dice still. Ooh, I got my 3 satchels, so I can prevent 3 damage. So I'm taking 6, going down to 17. And then the henchman right next to me here is also going to get me. He's got multi-strike melee, inflicting a barbed vine. Barbed vines have a stack limit of 1, but for every reroll during my next dice attack, it's gonna do a damage up to a maximum of 2. Then luckily it does disappear. I guess I'm kind of like hurting myself as I'm rolling. So that's a nasty little status. And the 9 damage, let's defend. So this time I am going to prevent 1. So I take 8, taking me down to 9 health. This is not going very well. And I get to deal 2 damage back. So this guy actually is now going to go down to 6. The Goblinoid and the Goblin Gas do not activate, so that is the end. We're going to move the crisis clock up over to the next round. Movement, and I'm absolutely going to come up and grab this 2 health. Putting me back to 11. Still in a little bit of trouble. During my upkeep, I'm going to take 1 damage from this poison. Taking my income, so 1 CP. And 1 card. I get that out of here. So I'm going to spend that straight away, I think. Spending 1 CP to remove a status effect takes me down to 0, but I can get rid of this. Oh, which one do we think? Poison or barbed wire? I think we should get rid of the barbed wire. Now I'm targeting this guy again. I really want to take him out. One, 3, 3, a 6, and a 6. I'm gonna keep the 3 and the 6. No, never back down. I've already got it. I get to gain a battle plan and another support. And then I get to deal 8 damage to this guy, which is enough to take him out. I get 2 momentum as a reward. And even better, this hostage has been saved. But the enemies are up next. They're gonna try and get me. Oh dear. So the green thugs, I'm not worried about. I'm not next to anyone. Same for the Mr. Negotiator. But the Goblinoid over here has definitely... Oh, no, he doesn't go off. He didn't get me. And neither does the Goblin Gas. So this round, I'm okay. I'm also remembering that I set him on fire, so he should have lost, wait for it people, yeah, he's gonna come down from 20 health to 18. The crisis clock moves down, +2 on the hostage track, 1, 2, and we see that A would die right now, but we've already saved them, so we're okay. And inflict disruption on all heroes. Disruption only happens once on your upkeep, then it's gone, but I'm either going to lose a CP or take 2 damage. That's not very nice at all. And guess what? Next round already. I think it's time to come over to here. I'm going to play it safe and jump right to this spot here and take the 2 CP. I get my income for 3 plus a card. No matter what. It's an attack modifier for 1 CP. And then I've got my poison and I've got this interrupt. So I'm going to lose for the interrupt, I'm going to lose 1 CP. And I'm going to lose 1 health for the poison. Down to 9. And I'm going to attack this green guy. But because I'm not next to him, it is a ranged attack. I have to spend 1 momentum to do so. See what we can do. Come on. 3, 4, 5, 6. That is a small straight, which I'm absolutely gonna keep. I'm kind of excited about this because I gain 2 battle plan. I get to deal 6 damage, so he loses these 2 shields. But then Black Bolt is going to attack, so he'll do 3 collateral damage to all opponents. So everyone on the board is going to take a hit of 3. So he'll lose his final shield, but we'll start over here. We're going to take a shield from here for 3, from him for 3, from him for 3, and this guy goes down to 15. Minus the 2 from the fire, he is at 13. So that was pretty cool with Black Bolt. He's still not quite out of the game. He's actually got a health of 12. So we'll pop that right there. On top of it, let's play the attack modifier for 1 CP. That adds 2 damage. And that means that I've now played a leadership card over to the enemies. See what they get. I'm not next to anyone. Okay, so that doesn't matter. We've got this guy. Nope, no one's going to attack me, so that worked out. We move the crisis clock. Crisis ability. Once per undefeated, we've got 1, 2, 3. So it goes up 3. 1, 2, 3. And they gain a shield. Don't love that. 1, 2, 3. Lots of shields. You know what? I'm going to be brave. I'm going to move here. I'm going to gain this extra attack token. It might be time to use it soon. Because I'm ending my movement there, I get to take this extra water token. Hopefully I can kill him with all of my tokens right now. First thing I'm going to do is inflict focus fire with my battle plan on this guy. So he'll get 1 extra damage. Why not? Let's roll our dice. Oh, I'm going to spend Selfless at this point, which is a leadership card. It's going to give me a shield of 3, any chosen player, so that works. It cost me 1 CP. But you'll see why I'm doing that, because it's a leadership card. So, I now will perform target acquired. I get to inflict another focus fire, deal 5 damage, 6, 7. So first of all, the 3. Shield. 4 takes us to a 6. If a leadership card was previously played this turn, inflict an additional focus fire. So he's gonna die soon, surely. And don't forget that I've got these, so I'm gonna spend these attack modifier to get him down to just 1 health. Over to the bad guys. Ooh. So the green thug right next to me is going to activate. It's a melee, 9 damage, but let's defend first. I've got that shield for 3. 3, 4, and a 5. So this allows me to deal 1 damage, which actually will take this guy out. Boo! I think he still gets to do his attack, though. It's kind of in it. This will prevent 2 of the damage, but it is going to be 7 damage to me, leaving me with only 2 health. Oh no, oh no. But I did manage to kill him during his own attack. Feels pretty good. I get 2 momentum as a reward. I do have this shield. You know what? I will spend it. It's going to take me back up to 5. Next, we check the other bad guys. That was the only one next to me, but the Goblinoid does have range, and he did activate. He's going to inflict burn on me again and deal 4 damage, which I can defend. It's range though, so I have to spend 1 to defend it. Prevent. Okay, we're preventing 2 of it. So we go down to 2, by 2 to 3. And dealing 1 damage to him. So he's down to 12. But then the Goblin gas is also going off. So I get poison, which does have a stack limit of 3. So I'm definitely getting a little bit more poison on me. Oh no. Deal 2 collateral damage, taking me down to 1 health. That is the end of the enemy activation. So we move up the crisis clock. I have to give up one of my cards. We're gonna lose 6 it. Now I have my movement, and because I cleared this, I think I can actually run around to here and get this 4 health right here. Let's do that. It's going to get me up to 5 health. Will it be enough? This is tough because now it's the upkeep phase. The fire does a damage at 2, so he's going to take 2 damage because I'm sure that's what the rule should be. But I also take 2 damage for this and 2 for my poison, so I'm back down to only 1 health. These are persistence. I don't have any good way of healing myself, and there are no more heals on the board. I'm gonna have to just be really careful. I am next to this guy though. Can I get him? I get my income, so 1 CP and 1 card. Could it help me with health? Nope, try again. But I am gonna get rid of Black Bolt, discarding, and take Nightcrawler instead at a cost of 1. That gives me an immediate shield, and once per round during my main phase, I can spend 2 to take an additional move on the board and then deal 2 collateral damage to an enemy with melee. Well, what I'm actually gonna do, I think, is move away from the bad guys where I'm not adjacent again. It's probably the best thing to do. So I'm actually gonna come, I'm just gonna go straight. Ooh, I like this though. Remove a status effect token. Yeah, I'm gonna move here. Still next to him, which is dangerous, but I'm gonna remove this fire. So I spent 2 to do this. 2 collateral damage to an enemy, so he loses 1 of his shields. And I'm going to exhaust Nightcrawler to gain an extra shield. So he wasn't with us for very long, but he was a good guy. 1 health left, 6 shield. Let's go out with a bang. At least I'm next to the water cooler, so I do get to put the fire out. So far we've saved 2 of the hostages. I've managed to put the fire out. We've still got 2 hostages to save. Here and here, but I'm on my last legs right now. Only this 1 health, 6 shield to go. I've been poisoned twice. I've got to kill that guy. Got to kill him. Okay, we've got 2 6s. Oops, that was a 6. I'm going to keep these. I can spend my support to re-roll a dice. So we'll re-roll these first. I got 2 more 6s. Got 1 more roll. Let's try. I'm going to use this token to re-roll again. And again. Last time. This one for 1 CP. Try again. Come on, we can do it. Please. I can do it twice. Oh, yes! I got it. Oh my goodness, I can't believe that. All right, Optic Blast. Gain 3 battle plan and 2 support. Inflict 2 focus fire. Then deal 11 damage. Undefendable. So he's got 6 shield. It's 11 plus the 2 for these, 12, 13. 13 damage. I'll do 13 damage minus the 6 shields is 7 damage, which leaves him with 5 health. Uh-oh. And it's the enemy's turn. I've got some shields though. Fingers crossed. That's not good. The green thug does not activate that I'm standing next to, but the goblinoid will. He is going to inflict burn on me again. Oh no. 4 damage, so let's roll defense. So that becomes 3 damage. I'm going to prevent the 2, which makes it 1 damage. So I'll use a shield and I'll just do 3 damage to him. So that brings him down to 2 to 8. Because it was ranged defense, I have to move my momentum down. But the goblin gas is going to go off already as well. Poison has a stack limit of 3 and 2 collateral damage to all heroes, which is not an attack. But it is avoidable with this shield. So I'm going to use my last shield for that one. But I mean, look at all this poison and fire. I'm going to move my crisis clock up, which does move the hostage track. I also get a hex, which means if I roll a 6, it's like it counts for nothing. So that's horrible. I get my movements, but I just don't think I'm going to be able to survive this one. I'm going to move. Well, I may as well move to here. But this one does 2 damage. 3, 4, 5. I have no way to defend against it. The poison and the fire take me out. No! I still had these 2 green henchmen and the goblinoid to get. Still got 2 hostages to save. I put the fire out. I'm sorry, Cyclops. I managed to kill you. I'm sorry, but it was a fun game. I enjoy this. This is a good player. I think I need a little bit more practice with Cyclops, for sure. His leadership cards, I definitely want to understand better because they seem to tie in nicely with these abilities if you play them early on, and I wasn't really doing that. So that's it. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this playthrough. Please like and subscribe, and yeah, bye.